Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is the late one, which is what I'm going to be saying a lot this year. But, so, the Winnipeg Jets, after going through, let's call it a divisive day. More on that on the most recent video that we uploaded, by the way, which is pretty much me ranting and raving about how the Jets trade away Patrick Laine.
If you haven't, go check it out.
Yeah. Did you change the camera aspect from the photo?
Well, I mean, it's recording.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, it looks great. Don't
Fine. Did you get my good side?
Did I get your good side?
I don't have a good side. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Jets defeat the Ottawa Senators for the third time in a row in a score of 6-3 to pretty much sweep the opening series with them. Although they will play them 7 more times this year, which I look forward to doing. Honestly, this game was 2 periods of very good, 1 period mediocre. And I think we both know which period was mediocre. So, first off, there's a couple new faces around in the lineup. Christian Vesalainen was in the lineup tonight. Thompson is out. Pullman is on protocol, and Pierre-Luc Dubois, of course, is on protocol because they have to do that because he's traveling across the country. DeMello is back, which was great to see, honestly. I like DeMello. DeMello was always a better version of Kulikov to me. Defensive, but not dreadful. Kulikov was dreadful. He knows out of the lineup pretty much to make room for DeMello, which was okay. Hanley didn't get a lot of time to shine the last game, but I digress. And I think that's all, although they did shuffle some lines around a bit. I think they had Kopp playing second. And, yeah, I'm not even sure now. I think Harkins played third, but you don't quote me on that. But anyway, what did I think of Christian Vesalainen's first game? I thought he had a good first period, actually. I liked his first shift was actually really solid. But then after that, it kind of trailed off. We didn't really get much of him after that. When I saw him in these fleeting moments, it was kind of where he would be losing puck battles, or he just couldn't get his body around right on the right side of the play, which is fine because it didn't result in anything negative happening. It's just that it was denying us a chance, so to speak, which I understand. The guy's pretty young, and he hasn't had a lot of exposure in the NHL, even though he's been around for quite a bit. So that'll come with time. Same as Stanley, who looks a lot better, honestly, now. So Holberg is in net for the Ottawa Senators tonight. They gave Matt Murray the night off, which honestly I thought they should have done earlier. Especially on the back-to-back. They should not have played Murray both that nights. I don't understand that logic. You should never play the same goalie on the back-to-back, because that goalie will be dog-tired on one of those days. And it showed, because we kicked them on the second night of the back-to-back. But anyway, Holberg looked okay. It's funny, this game goes pretty neck and neck for the most of it, until it goes off the rails for the Sens at the end of the game. So pretty much, start the game. Kyle Connor makes a great deke to start the game. Pretty much broke a guy's ankles. I don't know who it is. But right away, Connor Brown gets a breakaway chance on Hellebuck, which terrified me. Hellebuck, of course, stops him. We keep going on for a bit. Like I said, yeah, Vesalainen had some solid shifts to start. I actually liked them. The game kind of slowed down around the 12-minute mark because it was pretty fast to start for the first 8 minutes or so. Mike Riley takes a tripping penalty. And now this is where I would like to say we had our first test. So I criticized last game the Jets' power play because it sucked. Went 0 for 7, which meant that we were 2 for 19. And the Jets responded by trading away their best power play goal scorer. So to say you had some shoes to fill was a little generous of a statement. Luckily, Ehlers would pot one home on a one-timer, no less. A power play goal to break the ice, and it would be 5-hole. It barely made it through, but it made it through. It was a lot like his goal last game, in the sense that it was so, like, you didn't think it was going to make it through, but it did get through. Forward takes a holding penalty. It is what it is. And nothing comes from that. So, also, by the way, sorry. My bad. Yes. Ehlers' power play goal. Reaction to it. There. Yeah! Woo! Thank Christ they scored! Ehlers! Fucking go! Woo! Good. It's like the 5:30 mark. End of the first period. Yes, 1-0. So, second period is where the Jets struggled a bit. I'm going to be honest here. Connor Hellebuyck didn't have a great game. I really didn't like any of the goals that got scored on him. Particularly the first and the third one. Actually, that being said, if the fourth goal would have counted, that's the only goal I really would have given him a pass on.
What about the second one?
Second one, kind of. Well, I'll get to it. So, Dadonov goes in. I believe he beats Forbert because Forbert's caught a little flat-footed, but also Forbert's not a speedy guy, and Dadonov has more speed than him. Gets through and pokes it 5-hole. And Connor Hellebuyck is on his post. I'm doing this. This is what's called a VH. Your post here, 1, because you're doing vertical, horizontal. This is the goal it stands for it. I don't know if the camera can pick up me doing this. You could probably check for me, actually, if that's okay.
Yeah, she's picking up.
Both legs? Good.
Here,
anyway,
do it.
no. Anyway,
Yeah,
the point remains. So, goalies use this, and they have to go like this, and it's pretty much to stop it from coming up right, kind of on the side, but also coming off a bit. And it's not perfect. Sometimes it leads a lot beside the head, little over there, but also too. If a goalie messes it up and doesn't pick the right time to use it, he'll have problems here. Connor Hellebuyck got scored on 5-hole because his legs were like this, giving a lot more room to score there. And that's a bad goal. Dadonov is barely pushing on the puck when this goes in the net. So, I was a little frustrated. That being said, who knows? We might have ended up giving up power play goal anyway, but if they had let it happen, because it was a delayed penalty. But still. I prefer he had that, and this is my reaction to the Dadonov goal. No! I don't know how that went in the net. Damn. There's going to be a lot of reactions, trust me. Stanley takes a tripping penalty. Yeah. Not much there. We had a 2-on-1 that messed up later in the period. I think it was the top line, actually. It might have been. But then later in the period, Kyle Connor on a great passing play between the top line. Kyle Connor, it's funny. He has the most points in the team. His goals are some of the easiest goals he's going to get in his career, and that's just the way I want it. Like, every single goal feels like he's got an open net, and that's perfect because he's getting those passes from Wheeler and Scheifele. And those guys will open up the lanes for you and open up a goalie's game.
It's good to see our players working together.
Yes, no, honestly, like the first line did great today. So yeah, reaction to that here. Oh! Yes! Come on! Woohoo! Let's go! Kyle frickin' Connor! Woo! Then, very shortly after that, Tkachuk spins and fires on a rebound, pretty much shot 5-hole on Connor Hellebuyck. And I give him a pass because it's a very quick motion of spinning and firing it, but that being said, it still is 5-hole, so it's like...
Actually, the second one I was questionable about just because it was kind of like, you just got scored on 5-hole, because the stick wasn't in position.
You
and now
we've
you're getting
been
scored
through
on
this.
immediately. It's one of those things where it's kind of like try to learn from your mistakes, sort of thing.
It's kind of like where you fuck up in math, and then the teacher comes over here and helps you, and you pretend that you were listening the whole time, and the second she walks away and she's like, okay, so you do this one on your own. It's like, got it. She walks away, and then you turn over to Brett, and you're like, Brett, what the did I just learn? Like, help! Like, that's literally how it is. Like, you didn't do anything. You didn't listen. And then this third goal pissed me off so much. Nick Paul will put the Sens up 3-2 on an outdoor. Yeah, I did actually. I did.
I couldn't remember.
Oh, if I didn't for Kachuk here.
Oh. We're tied once again. Thanks to Brady Kachuk.
Okay, right there at 9:39. If I didn't,
Who knows?
who knows? Honestly, I always forget. Just watch me do ways. So Paul comes in from pretty far, a little far out, and snipes it on Connor Hellebuyck. But it's not totally a snipe. It's a good shot. Here's the problem. Connor Hellebuyck comes in. I'm gonna play it like his hand. This motion you have seen Connor Hellebuyck do before, but I guarantee you've never seen him make a save with it. Whenever he does this in the net. You know why? Because this motion is for when the puck is too in close for you to make a save with your glove. It's just quick like that. It is not designed to stop a shot from outside. That's where you go, huh? You don't go like that. He does this all the time, and it's almost like when you see those old replays of the goalies going like this, and they get beat 5, like high glove. It's the perfect motion to get scored on and look like you're trying. It's so annoying when he does this. And yeah, like, ugh. And that would put the Sens up 3-2. And my reaction to that is right here.
Riley over to Elisama. Nick Paul brings it in. Nick Paul, his shot, top shelf. And the Senators have a lead for the first time.
It's Nick Paul scoring. It's funny. Because I was thinking in the first period, boy oh boy, Nick Paul is actually playing really well for the Sens. And I'm not happy, but I was not happy. So then, third period is where the Jets decide, you know what? I kind of want to win today. And in particular, Stastny, St. Paul himself, praise be, decided that, you know what? I'm going to get some points today. Stastny makes a great play on the wall when on the zone entry, and he did a lot of this today. And like what Ehlers was doing and stuff like that, he drove it to the net. He kind of looked like he was floating a bit to get the guy off him, passed it to Kopp. Kopp almost had a horrible whiff. He hit the post on an open net and then quickly tapped it in to make sure he didn't fuck it up.
Although, one thing I will say about Kopp, quick side note, I did check, his visor is actually tinted.
Hey, I got it right. Anyway, no. So, reaction to that goal here.
Stastny along the boards.
Stastny, walk it!
Stastny passes.
Yeah! There we go! Woo! Stastny got on the goddamn board. I'm happy. Woo! And then after that, the pace after this goal got picked the frick up. If you count, Ottawa had about 4 shots in the third period altogether. We scored 4 goals in the third period.
Yeah, I heard it was in like...
We took control.
I can't remember if it was like the first 8 minutes of the third or whatever.
It was like 8-1.
9-1 for Winnipeg.
Yep. And a lot of things happen. The first line just starts hamming them in their own end. The second line does too a bit. Gabranson takes an interference penalty. Gabranson, anytime there was a guy being physical on the Senators, it's always Gabranson, it feels like. I don't know why. It's just always him. Actually, and actually to say, one thing I will say earlier, Nick Paul's game I was really impressed by on the Sens. He had a great game, honestly. His team just stunk, especially come time for the third period. Like, it just showed the experience factor just isn't there with some of the Sens guys. Because it was such a change of pace for them, honestly. Stepan takes a delayed game penalty, and he knew he took that penalty right away. He just went, oh, frick. We get a lot of chances on this power play. We probably could have scored 3. And then, boom, Stastny sneaks one 5-hole on Holberg to take the Jets.
You know why this was exciting for me? Because I was worried when we traded line. I'm like, how's our power play going to look?
Oh, so buddy, were you here 5 minutes ago?
So seeing our power play be like that was a little bit refreshing to me, at least knowing that we're capable of that.
Yes.
Without him, which
I
is
agree.
great.
I agree. Yeah, no. To see us, and honestly, too, seeing Stastny play there.
Stastny works great on the power play.
Seeing Stastny there gave me flashbacks to the 2018 run where he would always play in that spot right in front of the net and just those goals. He had like at least 2 or 3 of them that way. And he got the exact same way right in front, just snuck it past in 5-hole. Reaction to that there. Oh, what a stop! Yeah! Let's fucking go! Jesus! Woo! Third time is the charm on that one! My God! I know, right? And boy, oh boy, was I hyped at this, because there was not a lot of time left. But man, oh man, did I not expect what would happen next. Boom, Stastny gets to play in the zone. Cop bats it out of midair, scores 5-3. We are up 5-3. This is not a drill. Reaction here. Oh! You beautiful bastard! Yeah! It went in! It went in! Let's go! How the hell did that get in the net? Oh my God! What the fuck happened? God, I'm loving Cop on the second line. Where the fuck does this puck go? Bats it out of midair, Oh my Christ, Copper! Because I don't know what else to say about this. Like, honestly, I was hyped. Cop, great play to bat it out of the air. And honestly, it just shows, like, get that puck to the net and scrum ensues, and you will sometimes come out on the right side of that play. You don't always it doesn't always generate a goal. But it will sometimes. And honestly, I feel like we have to take that risk more and more. Also, too, before I forget, Ehlers was playing amazing today. I've been so impressed with his game the last couple games. He's been playing amazing, honestly.
Honestly, for the entirety of the season so far.
I'm so impressed with him. He has not slowed down since that series against Calgary
and we haven't lost up long term, don't we?
Yes, we do. He wants to be here. So then right after that, Tierney would score on a tip in to make it 5-4. Reaction here. Okay, so I can't do a reaction to this goal because I was trimming the last video and they just scored. Okay. Let's see this goal. I honestly wasn't even looking to play. I was like, I'll just trim this video down quick. Oh man, what a tip by Tierney. Holy Christ, no chance, Hellebuck. I was editing this video at the time, so I had to watch. It was a very good tip. However, coach's challenge, and the coach's challenge ruled that it is a no goal for an offside. And you know what? Let's all give Maurice a gold star for this one, because how often does Maurice actually get the coach's challenge right? Oh, that would be none.
Especially when there's 4 minutes left in the game and you could possibly be taking a penalty.
Yes. The Jets and coaches challenges do not go well together. I'll tell you that right now. But no, it went our way. It was offside. So it was reversed to 5-3. And then Scheifele would score. Yes, and to say, for Coach's Challenge. So there's a Coach's Challenge on this, and I'm looking at the clip now. And you definitely should if you find it.
I think we're going to have a decision right now. After reviewing the play was deemed offside, therefore there's no goal.
Ha ha! Let's go!
The DJ
Nice tip by Tierney, though, honestly. I think I said this before, but nice tip. But we're still up. My reaction to that. And then Shifley would score to make it 6-3 on the empty net. Reaction for that here at about the 6th.
Over to Shifley, empty net.
Shifley.
Shifley.
That's for the fantasy. That's for the fantasy team, boys. King Shifley. Hell yeah.
Feels like it's just you keep pointing.
It's the 16-minute mark. Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot of goals, though, so, you know, it is what it is. Honestly, I was really happy with this game. There was so much to like, though, but I think it's also important for us to remember that not every team is going to be this. Ottawa is a respectable team. They are far from the best team in this division, though. So 3 wins in a row against Ottawa is great, but it ain't the be-all, end-all. There are teams that you still have to beat and still have to compete with.
Especially since this is respectfully a team that we shouldn't be losing.
This is a team that we went 8-1-1 the past 10.
Going 3-0 in these 3 games should have been our expectation.
Yes. And so tomorrow we play the Edmonton Oilers. I will have a reaction for that, obviously. The Jets, boasting a 4-1-0 record, will be hosting the Edmonton Oilers at 8 p.m. tomorrow, who have a 2-4 record.
8 p.m. Central Time.
8 p.m. Central Time, yes. And we will have a reaction for that done pretty much the same way we do it here. We just wait for middle of the night.
Because I work.
And also, too, if you guys... And honestly, that's where I'm going to leave this video. I'm not going to go too crazy on it because it's really early in the morning. And honestly, given the last couple days, we've been talking about a lot of stuff, especially with the line stuff. I don't want to get into it anymore.
Especially since that's...
You guys are free to disagree with me on my opinions on that trade. But, like, I'm just waiting.
We're really going to have to wait and see on that.
I'm just waiting and seeing at this point. Because, you know what?
Too early.
The conversation can get way too toxic way too quickly when there's so many facts that are still left up in the air.
And also, both of these players, the main players, they haven't even played a single game with their new team.
I think it's also important to know that Pierre-Luc Dubois seems genuinely happy to be here. And seems to have, like, he does know people. I think his dad or something is in the Moose organization.
I believe he's the head coach. Yes,
something like that. Like, so Pierre-Luc Dubois can, like, he wants to be here. He's happy to be here, it seems like. So let's not piss him off, please. Because we have a bad habit of being a little too vocal with following the games. And saying that we should get rid of players on the spot. Granted, I have said that we should get rid of Sami Niku at some point. But also, I said we should get rid of Jack Roslovic, and he's not here anymore. Like, I think, honestly, we all need to have an open heart and an open mind about Pierre-Luc Dubois and really take everything that's happened in the past with a grain of salt. People forget that Laine was drafted number 2. He was 3. Like, he was literally the next pick, so it's not like this guy is that old. He's a young guy, he's got an affordable contract, and I'm hyped. Anyway, but back to the game, though. This game, honestly, I was just so happy with it, because it shows that the Jets, even though the Jets were coasting in the second period, it shows that they have the ability to hit that next level, and my top 3 performers of the game would be, the first line will get the second spot, the third spot will be, Nikolai Ehlers will get the 3rd spot. Andrew Kopp will get the honorary 4th spot, if there was one. And Paul Stastny will get the 1st spot. Because you know what? I have been so hyped about Paul Stastny. And he's always been doing the right things. And today, it really paid off for him with 3 points.
And you know what I've been really excited about in these, seeing some of these games, is seeing the way that, near the end of the game, the Jets really get it together and put lots of pressure. Because... at the end of the day,
we've been outscoring teams in the third period.
But you know what? At the end of the day, that's when it means the most. Is when you're playing at your best, it needs to be those last 5 minutes of the game, because that's when you're going to tie the game and bring it to overtime. That's when you're going to do it. When you're going to hold the lead and take your win, that's when you're going to do it. That's when it really matters.
Exactly. So we're going to leave the video there. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like. Share this video around. Be sure to comment down below your thoughts on the game, because we always love to hear your opinions on it. Most of the time, I'll respond. Every now and then, Carter will decide to respond to a comment and not tell me. at least tell me so that
Okay,
they don't
next
think
time
I
I'll-
said
next time I'll
that.
get a permission.
So they no, just put your name that quotes it so that they don't think I said
Also,
that.
one thing I'm kind of hoping to do is I was thinking possibly of making a Jets group chat on Instagram just to talk about Jets.
Yeah, maybe.
I already
We're
talked
not
to-
gonna get
I
too
already
ahead of
talked to somebody
ourselves.
about that on
We're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves for that one, honestly. Because honestly, if we're thinking about like long-term live streaming is gonna be the thing.
Short term.
It's
It's not that
Group chat.
Depends, honestly. We'll see, okay? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. But anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Please be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us out, honestly. We're trying to get to 200 at some point, and it's a long road, we know. But 200 by at least, like, in a couple months, would be great. We're not too rushing, but, we're very appreciative of the attention we're getting right now and how well we're doing. And
And
also,
the very generous people
follow
that are
us
following
on.
us.
Yes, you guys have been
We
amazing.
have gotten so much
Support has been so much
so much.
appreciated.
I'm
so
quite
impressed.
surprised.
I'm not impressed. I'm surprised. Yes, I'm impressed with how well people are interested in what I have to say. But yes, and also be
expect
sure
them to hate me.
to follow us on Instagram at No One Hockey Podcast, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.